Hey there, Tamir from Fibonacci-Traders.com here. Thank you very much for joining another weekly edition, my top stocks to watch for the coming week. Like, subscribe, and without further ado, let's hit the charts. Many great setups for the long side, for the short side, so don't go anywhere, don't fast forward. Let's start with AXP. After Friday's earnings, we had a 6% to the upside. Now let's see continuation towards the upper border of this broadening formation. Look at this beautiful broadening formation and long continuation above the 231. We will meet this upper border of this broadening formation. Just look left. This blue line is resistance, but it's a good resistance. Yes, there is such a thing as a good resistance. This resistance shows us higher highs, and this is what we want to see if we are going long. Higher highs. IRDM, Iridium Communications. Look at this trend line, goes way back to December of 2023. Very tough resistance, shows us that we are still in a weekly multi-month downtrend. This is why on the weekly here the FTI still gives us a bearish. All the rest of the time frames we are bullish, so we need to wait for a break above the 27.75. This Fibonacci together with this trend line is the major resistance. Breaking up and above, we will start taking long towards the 28.70, and then 30 will be the next resistance, the next major resistance. Just look left, it was resistance throughout February. So all you need to do is set an alert above the 27.70, and then you are ready. Or just join the Fibonacci Traders Discord, the only Discord that will give you and help you make money. Alerts for swing trading, for day trading. We trade together for the short term, for the long term. Swing, day trade, shorts, longs, puts, calls, in Hebrew and in English. We have two trading floors, one in English, one in Hebrew. Join us today and you will start making money. First, you will not lose any alert. You will not lose any great setups, because myself and more other professional traders, we have our eyes on the charts almost all trading hours. So make sure you join us. Click the links in the description below. Join us today and you will start seeing results almost immediately. Next we have OPFI. OPFI also have downtrend line since end of December. 4 months of downtrend line. Now this area, the 310, the Fibonacci resistance, together with this trend line is the resistance. Long continuation above it, we will see 330, and first this gap at the 340 will get filled, and then we might see 360 and 390 to the upside. All you need to do, set an alert, and then you are good to go. Next we have PFE, Pfizer. Now after this downtrend, we have a doji. Doji, we know, is the most significant signal in candlestick analysis and in the market and in the universal language of candlesticks. It's the most significant signal of what might come, a trend reversal. Look at here, we have an uptrend, doji, downtrend, downtrend, doji, uptrend. We have an uptrend, doji, 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 downtrend. Once you see a doji, most likely you will get a trend reversal. Now look at this, bullish on the 65, bullish on the 4 hours, bullish on the daily. Only on the weekly we are still bearish, but we want to be able to catch trends almost once they are started. We don't want to catch a trade after 30% to the upside. If we want to go long, look at these two trend lines. I want to start taking out my long position above the 26.20. First, we will meet the 27, this downtrend line, breaking up and above. We will add to this already winning position towards this trend line over here. Above this trend line, we can see 30 to the upside, but once we will break above the 26.20, we will start our long, small size. We will add above this blue trend line, going into this blue trend line, we will add more to this winning position. Yes, we are adding to winning positions. We don't take money out. If we have winning positions, we add to those positions. If you want to learn how to do it, check the links in the description below. Choose your path to financial freedom. We have the one-on-one live mentorship program with me, or the same program online, 6 hours, breaking down to small sessions, 6 hours online. Both programs will gain you lifetime access, all Discord channels. So check the links in the description below. Lifetime access, one-time payment, support, and guidance. Next, we have SRE. We broke last Friday, broke above the yellow zone, above the 70. Next, we have the 70, 60, and 72. LNTH, very interesting price action. As you can see, we have higher lows since January of 2020, since beginning of this year, basically. We have higher lows, breaking above the yellow zone. Now let's see continuation above Friday's highs towards 65.20 and then 67 and 69.60. Above 69.60, we will add to this winning position, because above 69.50, we are heading to close this gap over here at the 75.40. Remember, more than 85-90% of all gaps will get filled. It's not a question of if, it's a question of when. So always be prepared. Next, we have EXE, bullish on all time frames. Now I want to see long continuation above Friday's highs towards 38. Above 38, we can add to this position, going towards 39 and 40, 80 to the upside. Once again, everything that you see and hear on this video and on my channel is for educational purposes only. And by the way, this is the Fibonacci Traders YouTube. Just hit the like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Help me grow the channel. We are almost 4,000 subscribers, just few more subscribers, and we have 4,000 subscribers on this channel. And as you can see, each and every day, every weekend, I post daily market recap. We have the weekly market recap. So if you still didn't saw it, this is your time to see it. And of course, we have playlist. The most important playlist is the Fibonacci Traders Academy. We have almost 40. As you can see, we have 39 videos on how to become a better trader each and every day on the technical side and the psychology behind trading. Watch it. It's free. And of course, this is the Fibonacci Traders Discord. We have trading floor in English, premium day trading, swing lounge, options room, crypto, general chats, and more and more and more. We are making money. We help one another make money day in, day out. Not all days, but most of the days we are making money. This is the Hebrew. We have everything in Hebrew and in English. Look at this. Members are making money. So join us today and you will start seeing results. Next name is FOX, Fox Corporation, bullish on all time frames, long continuation above the 29, and in my opinion, we will see 30 pretty soon. O is next. We have a major trend line that goes way back to August of 2022. But if we start taking long position above Friday's highs, all the way to this blue trend line, we have between 5 to 6% gains. Above this blue trend line, we will add to this already winning position because we broke a yearly downtrend channel, weekly close above this blue trend line, and we will add going towards the 59, 60, and maybe even 64. All we need to do is start slowly and build our long position, each and every support that breaks to the upside using Fibonacci. And if you want the FTI, one click away, it gives you everything that you need on your chart. You have buy signal, sell signal. You have also the red and green lines to help you where to put your stop loss. Think less, do more. AAP, back on the watch list after a downtrend. Now bullish on almost all time frames. All we need to do is continuation above the 78, 79, above Friday's highs, going towards 81.40 and then 85. AEE, back on my watch list. It was on my watch list in the beginning of April. I'm still waiting for a break above the 74 going. We can take FTI to the upside above 74. We will see 75, 76, 60 and then 80 to the upside. Just put an alert, same as I do. KHC, the Kraft Heinz company. Look at this, the 37, 38 area, very tough resistance. It was resistance over here. Now once again resistance, breaking up and above, and we will see 38, 40, 39, and then we will get some kind of a bull run towards 41. Just put your alerts where you want to catch the long, and that's it. Lululemon starting retracement pullback after this massive downtrend. Enter the yellow zone. We have bullish on almost all time frames except the weekly, which is perfectly fine, perfectly understandable why the weekly is still under the bearish. We are in a major downtrend, but maybe we want to catch maybe a long swing long, the start of a bounce. Once it starts, we don't want to take Lululemon at the 420. We don't want to take Lululemon at the 410. We want to start our long position slowly, slowly. Small size position. Once it breaks above Friday's highs, we will start taking our long position. Our stop will be over here at the 340.40 because this is what the FTI shows us. This is where the long stop needs to be. Breaking above the 361, we will add to this winning position, and then we are heading to close this gap at the 383. Closing this gap at the 383, we will add once again, going towards the gap. At the 468. So yes, we start slowly, slowly because we want to be able to catch a trend at its beginning. We don't want to catch the trend Lululemon over 380. We don't want to catch Lululemon 410. Why wait? We have all the levels. We have buy signals. We are bullish on most time frames. And if we start taking Lululemon long position at the 356 all the way to 410, it's 15%. Why wait? Once it breaks above, start taking long position. Slowly, slowly, maybe 25, 30% of the original position. Breaking above the 380, closing this gap, add more. Closing above 392, add more partials. Breaking above the 410, add more. Going into this gap at the 470. This is what we learned in the Fibonacci Traders one-on-one live or in the online program. Both programs, it's with me. One is live, one is pre-recorded. I go everything that I know. I will teach you everything that I know, and I will give you lifetime access for support, guidance, and all Discord channels, because I know it takes more than 4 sessions to really comprehend what we learn. It takes time. This is why I give lifetime access. It takes time. For some of us, it took 3 months. For me, it took 2 years. So it takes time. Join me on this magnificent journey to become a profitable trader. And you don't need to be a professional full-time trader to make money. You can do it in a part-time job. After your morning job, after your 8 to 5, 9 to 5, 8 to 6 job, perfectly fine. You can do it as a side job, just making the preparations, same as I do. Every weekend I go over 900 names. This is the general list I have over here. As you can see, 800 names on the general list. I have also the SPY holding, which is also another 500. So overall, 1,400 names I'm going over during weekends. I'm preparing my swings for the next week. Put in an alert, and that's it. I can come at the last hour of the day and watch which alert set on, which alert didn't set on, and make preparations which I want to take long, and also managing my already open positions. Few hours during the weekend, maybe 3, 4, 5 hours preparations during the weekend, and each and every day between 1 and 1.5 hours before the day ends, before the closing bell, I'm going over this watch list and making sure that everything goes to plan and managing my positions, and this is everything that we learn. So join me. ADM, long continuation. I want to see continuation above Friday's highs. Look at this. We are bullish on all time frames. Long continuation above Friday's highs towards the 65, the 64, sorry, will be a tough resistance. Above it, we will meet this blue trend line. We will add to the long position above this blue trend line, closing this gap. Don't forget to check on all your swing positions when earnings report. We are entering the third hot phase of earnings season. We have Google, Meta, Tesla. Which more did I miss? Maybe Amazon? I will check later. But most of the Magnificent Seven are reporting this coming week. NEM is next. Downtrend line since April of 2023. 1 year of a downtrend line. This is why I always say wait for at least few days above it. Look at this. 1 day does not change the overall sentiment. We need to wait at least 2-3 days closing above this yellow trend line, above the 39.55, above the yellow zone, and then we can start taking slowly. Watch out for days, maybe wait until after earnings. KDP, this area, the 31.60 area, very tough resistance. It was support, resistance, now once again resistance. We are bullish on all time frames. Long continuation above the 31.60, going towards 32, 32.50, and 33. Earnings coming up Thursday before the bell. CHD, another name that we are following. Look at this yellow trend line. Helps us to identify that CHD is still in an uptrend. Very nice uptrend since end of 2023. Now let's see continuation above the 104.80. Going 106, 107.50, and 111. We have still time going into CHD earnings. Starbucks. Before we go into Starbucks, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Let's grow this channel together. Now look at Starbucks. Starbucks, something of a falling wedge. We entered the yellow zone, but the yellow zone is a very tough resistance. In this case, long continuation breaking above the 87.70, going towards this blue trend line. Tuesday, April 30, breaking above this blue trend line. You know what we'll do. And when I say we, it's the Fibonacci-Traders Discord elite team of traders. We will add to this winning position. Now let's talk about some setups for short. Look at this name, MAS, Masco Corporation. Massive double top scenario, breaking below Friday's low. First, we will close the gap at the 70.50, and then we will close this gap at the 68.50, and then we will meet 67 and 64 to the downside. Overall, super bearish. Wednesday, earnings coming up. CX, we have another doji of a trend line. Look at this. Every time you have a doji of a trend line, what do you see? doji over trend line, bounce, doji over trend line, bounce, doji over trend line, bounce. Now we are still under a bearish sentiment on all time frames considering swing traders, so we need to wait. We need to wait at least 2 days above the 815, and I also will wait until earnings coming up Thursday. Eli Lilly, bearish on all time frames, multi-top of the 780. Now short, we will start taking short on Eli Lilly, breaking below Friday's lows, and we will see 704, and then this gap at the 670 will get filled. Earnings coming up Tuesday, April 30, before the opening bell. GCT, don't go anywhere. We still have few more names, so don't go anywhere. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. GCT, sideways move, struggling to stay above the yellow zone, but overall looking pretty good to go long above the 35.50, 40.80, and then 43.50. We have mixed signals over here. Let's see. ELF, let's clean the chart a little bit. What do we see? I want to see short continuation, breaking below Friday's lows, below the 154.60, going into 147, 139 to the downside. We have still time for this name's earnings. Last but not least, TDR, Matador Resources Company. What do we see? We see some kind of a double top scenario. We have a doji. So this doji might take us back, retesting the 67 area as resistance. The yellow zone is resistance. But I'm some kind of a biased on this name to the downside. Never be biased. But in this case, I'm seeing downside below 64.24. Going to the 62.40 and then 60 to the downside Tuesday after the bell, this name releasing earnings. Once again, thank you very much for joining this video. I hope you found it helpful, educational. If so, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you won't miss any future videos. Until the next video, enjoy the rest of your weekend.